What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show today. We got some news wrapping up the weekend, or this past weekend, from Friday up until yesterday. And there's some brand new news as well. Well, not some brand new news, but there's a new trailer. And I'll be looking for new news. Wow. N- New news. Jeez Louise. While we're going throughout the show. But there's a lot here, so let's just get right onto it. All right, how are we doing today, everybody? Hello again. I'm John. Welcome to this episode of Crosstalks Movie News Live. So let's, like I said, get right on to it. So first up, there's big news last week about Spaceballs 2 happening, and it looks like as well we got some more Spaceballs 2 news. Thunderbolt star Lewis Pullman joins Spaceballs sequel. Daphne Zuniga will return as Princess Vespa. So the original girl is coming back. Obviously, Joan Rivers is now passed. She will not be coming back as Dot Matrix. I'm not too sure who will replace her. I'm sure like they could do like a. I think Natasha Lyonne would be a good fit. I think she's actually going to play her in a biopic too. But the big news here is Thunderbolt star Lewis Pullman, and Lewis Pullman, he is what's it called? I can't think of the name right now. Sentry from Thunderbolts, and but more importantly than that, he is this guy's kid in real life. Bill Pullman. It's his son in real life. So I assume he's going to be the son of Lone Star and Princess Vespa. But let's go ahead and see what this article says. The Shorts is let's see. Let's see. The Schwartz is strong with this one. Earlier this week, Spaceballs director Mel Brooks announced that the sequel to the beloved Star Wars spoof we first heard about last year had an official 2027 release date with the hilarious first teaser. We also got word that Brooks would be back as Yogurt alongside Rick Moranis, who will be coming out of retirement for the movie as Lord Darkhelmet, and Bill Pullman as Lone Star. No, I don't want to subscribe. Thank you, though. Kiki Palmer from Nope also joins the production in a lead role. So is she going to be a long lost daughter of Lone Star? I don't know. Not too sure. Who will she be? Now we have more major casting news as THR reports that Thunderbolt star Lewis Pullman is set to join his father in the sequel and the son of Lone Star. Could you imagine they make fun of the "I am your father," but like maybe Lewis Pullman's a bad guy and he goes, "No, Lone Star, I am your son." I think that'd be hilarious. And Princess Vespa's Starburst Daphne Zuniga has also been confirmed to return as the princess. Starburst. The heck is Starburst? I forget that. The trade reveals that Palmer will play a character named Destiny and will lead the movie alongside Pullman Jr. Pullman Jr. It's not Pullman Jr. The different names. Who wrote this article? You're an idiot. And Josh Gad, who may or may not be playing the son of Barf, the late John Candy. I would assume that too. I would assume he's playing either Barf himself or the son of Barf. Plot details are under wraps, but Amazon did share a jokey synopsis. While the title, plot details, and the rest of the cast have been kept under wraps, the film has been described by those who have not yet read the script as a non prequel, non reboot sequel, part two, but with reboot elements, franchise expansion film. Josh Gad from Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Wolf Like Me will also produce alongside Mel Brooks. Josh Greenbaum will direct the film from a screenplay by Benji Samit, Dan Hernandez, and Josh Gad. That's what kind of worries me the most. That's a lot of cooks in the kitchen there for a screenplay. The original movie was full on farce following the general. Okay, so the original movie made fun of Star Wars. That's what it is. Moranis revealed that he pitched a sequel to Mel Brooks, back in 2013 with the proposed title Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2. That's funny. And nothing ever came of it. But in 2015, Brooks said that he'd be interested in releasing a new movie after the next Star Wars film and that he hoped Moranis would reprise his role. The legendary filmmaker said he liked this version of the movie to be called Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. So the one that they teased before. Spaceballs received mixed reviews upon its release, but it's the whoever's mixed reviews are wrong because that movie's hilarious. My phone exploded. My phone has never exploded as hard as it did today. This is Josh Gad talking about when they released that title sequence last week. We are very excited. Early days still, but working with legendary Mel freaking Brooks to make something worthy of this franchise and his legacy has been a dream come true. Everybody and I worship that at the altar that all the things Brooks and I worship at the altar of all the things Brooke, and we are doing everything in our power alongside Mel to make sure you get what you've waited 37 long years for. Everything. everything. And then Boss Logic made a cool little poster here, or they partnered with him, I guess, to make that poster. And then they just gives the synopsis of the first Spaceballs movie. So, what do you think about this, everybody? Do you think that Thunderbolts star Lewis Pullman, it's good that he's going to be in the movie alongside his dad? Do you think that he's going to be a good guy? Do you think he's going to be a bad guy? You let me know down below what you think. All right, come on, Mouse. Jeez. All right. Next up, moving on from that, we've got some Fantastic Four. Oh wait, no. Well, all right, hold on. Mess that one up. Let me get back to it real quick. Hold on. Bear with me. My bad. My bad. Luckily, it wasn't that important of a thing. What the heck? Oh my gosh! Now there's ads. Perfect. Okay, there we go. My bad. Okay. Back in business. Okay. Fantastic Four. So Superman just straight up killed it at the pre-sale tickets last week, and Superman, or not Superman, Fantastic Four had done good, and Superman blew it out of the water. So now Marvel's trying to adjust. James Gunn, DC Studios, and Warner Brothers dubbed summer of 2025 the summer of Superman. But Marvel's first family received some great news when it comes to competing with the Man of Steel on the big screen this July. According to a report published by Box Office Theory, the Fantastic Four First Steps was on course to make somewhere in the neighborhood of 125 million domestically on its low end over its opening weekend. However, the upside is, shall we say, fantastic, which means that the latest MCU entry will now might amass 155 million on the high end of this box office forecast. So, think about this. This was not mentioned in the first week that it went on pre-sale. It went on pre-sale before Superman did, and so now it's updated to this. And I think Disney and Marvel are lying because they just want to keep Fantastic Four in people's mouths, which I get. When Superman's the main hype, it's the main thing going on. They released a crazy trailer. The marketing has gone nuts. They've shown a lot of stuff. Then MCU and Fantastic Four kind of fall to second place. I would say that it was probably in first place before Superman, but then everything that they did last week for Superman, oh my gosh, come on. But then everything that they did last week for Superman just elevated it so much more. It even elevated it for me quite a bit. So with that, let's continue. Marvel Studios desperately needs a win in 2025 after both Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers, disappointed financially during their respective theatrical runs this year. The new Chris Evans take on where did it go? Chris Evans take on character Captain America. Uh, that is a weird written sentence. The new Chris Evans take on the character Captain America, now played by Anthony Mackie, is how the sentence should be. And despite including the Red Hulk, played by Harrison Ford, the movie's mixed. The movie is mixed. Who wrote this? They wrote this like a Nimrod. It only managed to bring home 413 million worldwide. Meanwhile, even armed with an A minus cinema score, yeah, it's probably like a solid B minus. A minus is just not true. It simply didn't venture out to the theaters in strong enough numbers. As a result, the Florence Pugh led Thunderbolts only managed to make 377.8 million across the globe. Now, oh my god. Thunderbolts is still, I'm even boring myself. Thunderbolts is still in theaters. It's still going. But it's not going to catch up to Captain America, unfortunately, because it is a much better movie and it deserves to make more than that movie. Unfortunately for Marvel Studios, the company hasn't been able to recapture the magic of the so-called event film since releasing Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters last summer. Fans were frothing at the mouth to see Ryan Reynolds' foul-mouthed anti-hero team up with Hugh Jackman's beloved Logan. Sadly, according to the financials at least, no one was interested in watching Captain America movie without Chris Evans in cinemas, nor a Suicide Squad-ish approach to the new Avengers. Fantastic Four: First Steps will be the closest thing to an event film since the MCU has since in the MCU since Deadpool and Wolverine, and until Avengers: Doomsday in late 2026. So it appears 2025 will still be the summer of Superman as predicted, or will it? Will Superman actually best the Fantastic Four first steps in theaters? At first, I thought no, literally up until last week. Now I think yeah, I think it's going to make so much more money. This is quickly turning into a Superman story. So with that, what do you think about the Fantastic Four getting an update on its ticket sales for opening weekend? 155 is I just don't see it being true. I will be surprised if it makes 85 million. I'm going that low because it doesn't make sense to me. None of the Fantastic Four movies have done good at the box office. The biggest draw I will say is Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal puts butts in seats. I don't know how, he just does. That is a good thing. And but other than that, like obviously a lot of people don't like MCU. Florence Pugh is a pretty big name. A lot of people like David Harbour as Hopper from Stranger Things, like they know him from that. Everybody, I mean not everybody, but like the Marvel cinephiles, they obviously love and know Bucky, and those are the ones that went out and saw the movie multiple times. But like those are all secondary characters, and like Fantastic Four is a big name in the comics, but to casuals, it's just like, okay, they're a family, cool. Like I got The Incredibles at home that I could watch, and the other 3 or 4 movies they released weren't that good. So why would I go see this? So I'm excited for it. I will say that. I just think Marvel is overhyping it like crazy, and I hope to be proven wrong. But you go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think down below. Do you think it will make 155 million? Do you think it's going to make much less than that? I do. Let me be sure to let me know all your thoughts and opinions. All right, let me just check on this. Okay. Now, next up, we got a couple Pixar stories. It's Toy Meets Tech. Pixar boss divulges tons of Toy Story 5 plot details. So we have known about this for quite a while. It's uh, toys losing out to iPad kids. So let's see what the Pixar boss Pete Docter has to say. Pixar has had a massive year in 2024 with the success of Inside Out 2. The animated studio has even more projects in the future, including a new Toy Story installment. The animated franchise kicked off 3 decades ago and is still going strong. Toy Story 5 opens next year, blah, 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 blah. Pixar's had a very eventful day as it has brought several. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. Pixar's had a very eventful day as it has brought several updates to Francis Aniki's Animation Festival. I probably said that wrong, but I'm sorry. As announced, some new projects like the original animated film Hoppers. Oh, that's weird. I just said David Hopper or Hopper from Stranger Things a minute ago. The upcoming Elio and Gato are and also address some sequels, including Toy Story 5. Our first film, Toy Story, 30 years ago, if you can believe it, if you do the math. That means I was around 12, Pete Docter said. Since then, technology has evolved a lot and continues to speak to people. These movies continue to speak to a lot of people, thanks largely to that central relationship between Woody and Buzz. Those two have been through a lot together. Pete Docter continued. So all that legacy is continuing next year with Toy Story 5. The world of Toy Story continues just to be so rich with great characters. We keep unearthing new exciting opportunities for adventure. We ourselves have grown up alongside these films, which in turn has inspired us all to tell new stories about what it means to be human, what it means to be human through this wonderful group of toys. Oh my gosh, my mustache always itches my nose. As for what the new entry is about, Pixar boss teased, now in all the Toy Story films, above anything else, the job of the toys has been to be there for the kids. But with Toy Story 5, that job gets exponentially harder when our toy crew gets replaced by what kids are obsessed with these days, electronics. That's right, Toy Story 5, it's Toy Meets Tech. We've known this for years. This is nothing new. If you remember from Toy Story 4, Woody had let the kids roam for a life of adventure with Bo and her friends, helping lost toys in need. Sheriff Jesse is now in charge of Bonnie's room with the recently deputized Buzz as assistant deputy, and the rest of the toy crew is still around with their same sassy attitudes like Ham, Rex, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head. But Bonnie is now 8, and she's become more concerned about being socially connected and making friends, which is why her parents agreed to let her get this lily pad. It's a new tech tablet which allows Bonnie to chat with her friends and play games and other things too. but Lily can also be a little bit sneaky and prickly to be around because of her mind, and it's a lot better to be socialized. Oh, so it's going to be like an AI thing? And Bonnie needs to move on from toys, so that puts them at odds with our toys. They both have different opinions on what Bonnie needs. So the tablet is going to be alive, it sounds like. And ooh, okay, I could see this getting kind of creepy, actually. Woody is called back to help, but it's been a while since they've all seen each other, and T and Buzz don't always see eye to eye. As Mr. Potato Head says in the movie, it's nice to see them arguing again. And I don't want to spoil too much, so I won't say where we go from here. All right, cool. Who returns to Toy Story 5? Everybody except the dead people. Andrew Stanton, of course, has worked on every single one of these, and he is writing and directing this one, Toy Story 5. Pete Docter confirmed, adding, along with Keena Harris, who is co-writer and co-director, and Jessica Choi as producer. We are thrilled, of course, to have Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack back leading the toys in another adventure. Toy Story 5 premieres in theaters June 19th, 2026. So I would say there might be a teaser of this coming out in the next couple months, like August, September. I could see like a teaser, like a 1 minute teaser, kind of like how they do with Forky, where Forky's running around and they're all chasing him. I could see that happening, and then probably get a first official trailer on New Year's, right around there. So okay. So what do you think about Toy Story 5? Really nothing new other than the fact that the tablet is actually alive, kind of like the toys are. I think that's interesting. I think that can actually be kind of creepy in a sense. But what do you think about Toy Story 5? Are you excited to see it? What do you think about Toy Story 4? I liked it, but it definitely was not as good of an ending as Toy Story 3. So I'm glad that they're doing Toy Story 5 because maybe it'll be a better ending like Toy Story 3 was. Toy Story 3 just had the perfect ending, and it was almost damn near a perfect movie. So with that, again, let me know what you think about all the Pixar stuff, or I'm sorry, excuse me, all the Toy Story stuff from Pixar boss Pete Docter. And sticking on the theme of Pixar, as the last article said, they announced some new movies. Luca, or not Luca, excuse me, Gato, something else. They'll talk about it here. But so we got some new movies. Let me get out of this ad. Pixar's theatrical release plans have been a bit mysterious over the past few years, but Chief Executive Officer Pete Docter just confirmed that the studio's strategy going forward, although most of Pixar's movies have been released theatrically, several films in the 2020s went straight to streaming, with Soul, Luca, and Turning Red all releasing on Disney+. However, Pixar seems to have moved away from that strategy with the theatrical releases of the movies like Lightyear, Elemental, Inside Out 2, and Elio. Lightyear was kind of trash. Elementals, I liked Elementals. Inside Out 2 is pretty good. And Elio, I have hope for Elio. I just don't think it'll do well at the box office. As part of an exclusive presentation that Screen Rant attended in New York City earlier this month, along with other media outlets, Screen Rant's Liam Crowley got a chance to interview Pete Docter. So here's what he says. Pixar's decided to pivot away from their straight Disney Plus model. Here are Pete Docter's full comments. Well, I think the world will probably continue to evolve regardless, but for right now, that's the plan that they've come out theatrically so far. What we found is interest in the theater kind of translates to even more interest on Disney Plus. Yes, this is for every streaming service, even you, Netflix, you jackasses. And that may actually, this is a Pixar segment. I shouldn't say that word. I apologize. You idiots, Netflix, you idiots. And that may be unique to the Pixar environment. I'm not sure if other streaming houses find that. Yes, they do. But it's worked really well for us. So theatrical is where they're going first. Yes. And with this too, I also think Disney Plus from the beginning should have been what was originally known as the Disney Vault. So like when one of the old movies like Little Mermaid or Snow White or whatever, whenever it come out on DVD for a limited time, everybody would say, "Oh, Disney is releasing it from the vault," as if it's this imaginary vault with all this shit just locked away, and they release a little bit at a time. What Disney Plus should have been was that vault unlocked, and just keep it like that. You didn't need to make new crap for it. You didn't. No, you. It completely ruined the streaming service as a whole, and it ruined Disney for quite a while. Like they're still recovering from it. So it would have done way better and had way more subscribers. Keep it that low, $4.99, $5.99, maybe even $7.99, but only have it be those in the vault. Everything Disney's already done, and you could still do Marvel, you could still do Star Wars. Everything that they've done, that's where that goes. If you want to do new shows, have the new shows be on the typical cable channels. Like if for so now because they have Star Wars, you'd probably have to air like if they wanted to do Tales of the Jedi, it probably aired on like ABC. To have like one night, it was like an hour long thing, and then you'd watch all of them, and then you'd put them on Disney Plus 6 months later, something like that. I think that's what they should have done from the beginning. But who am I? Who am I to say? I'm just a guy trying to make a career on YouTube. What a theatrical future means for Pixar. Pixar's theatrical future is mostly a good thing, as it will allow each of the studio's films to feel like a bigger deal. Although it isn't objectively provable, yes, it is. It definitely feels like movies that are released straight to streaming have a lessened cultural impact when compared to theatrical counterparts. This problem will be avoided with theatrical releases, giving Pixar more time to breathe. Um, it is objectively provable. You fucking Nimrod. Oh, man. Sorry, Pixar segment. You freaking idiot. If you look at a movie that goes to streaming straight away and you look at its views, it's really easy to look at another movie that was in theaters first and then goes to streaming and look at the views there. So, and even the opposite, if it makes no money in streaming, or I'm sorry, excuse me, in the box office, and you put it on streaming and it blows up on streaming, that proves right there that, hey, it will still do better on your streaming site than when, or if it didn't get released in theaters, because people still saw it in theaters, so it still made some money, but it also got noticed and talked about. So, for example, Madam Web. Good lord, that movie sucked. It was terrible in all aspects. But people still went and saw it to an extent. Not a lot, but people still went and saw it. But then that creates word of mouth. Oh, don't go see Madam Web. That movie sucks. If you want to see shitty Spider-Man, excuse me, if you want to see crappy Spider-Man, that it sucks. Don't waste your time. Just wait till it goes on Netflix. The word of mouth becomes just wait till it goes on Netflix. So from the word of mouth, then people will just wait until it goes on Netflix. It goes on Netflix, and then bam, it's the top like number one for like 2 weeks, and it's not a good movie. So there's objectable proof. Why would you say that? You're wrong. However, this could also spell trouble for Pixar's original projects, while sequels to movies like Inside Out, Toy Story, and The Incredibles are a surefire success. The same can't be said for their non-franchise movies. Giving a movie a theatrical release costs a lot more, making risky projects even riskier. Elemental already had poor box office, and if upcoming Pixar movies like Elio and Kato and Hoppers suffer the same fate, Pixar may move even further away from original projects. That's not true. Again, that's not true. Elemental made money. It didn't make money at first, but it had legs and it ended up profiting. So I don't know what you're talking about. Who wrote this article? You're dumb. All right. So I don't even want to read this article anymore because this guy's an idiot. Robert Pittman. You're dumb. Sorry, you just suck at your job. So, but with that, let me know, what do you guys think about Pixar's theatrical plans? Affirmed by Disney Plus or Disney Plus, Disney's boss. Or do you wait for most Disney things to go on to Disney Plus now? I feel like Disney Plus has actually made it worse, because instead of people taking their kids to go see movies and kind of just like training their kids to sit through a movie and making it easy by having it be a quick like little animated movie from Disney, they now know it's going to go on Disney Plus relatively quick, so they just wait and don't even go see it. I think that for Disney Plus specifically has ruined kids going to see movies with their families, and it also has just ruined the movie going experience in general across all streaming platforms. Let me know what you think about that all down below. Okay, so sticking in the realm of Disney, Kathleen Kennedy, she's on her way out, but apparently she's got a vision for Star Wars because the last one was so good. Jesus. Let's see what this has to say. Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy has presented a fresh vision for Star Wars, explaining how this will inform the upcoming Star Wars movies. The last few years have seen Star Wars shy away from the big screen. Yep, nothing since 2019. Kathleen Kennedy has this to say: I really think that now we're in a position where it's broadened the possibility of stories and filmmakers we can bring in to tell stories that mean something to them. It doesn't necessarily have to connect to every little thing that's been done in Star Wars. It can actually be a standalone story that then builds into many other stories. Yeah, it's always been that. Ever since the end of Return to the Jedi, it's been that. Oh, what's next? Who else is out there? Will the Skywalker's bloodline continue? Yeah, all of those things have always been a thing. Ever since Mandalorian and Grogu, they eventually connected it to Luke Skywalker, but you can't have, you literally, it's I mean, I can't say you can't have that, but I'm just not. I'm not even gonna bother going on that rant. Kathleen Kennedy clearly hinting at Sean Levy Starfighter. Yep, it's reasonable to assume Kennedy is directly referencing Sean Levy Starfighter, confirmed to star Right. Excuse me. Ryan Gosling and Mia Goth as the as lead hero villain. Uh, Sir, did that really say Sir? Bro, these guys on Screen Rant, they need to get better jobs or better at their job or get fired. It's set, not Sir. Set. Set 5 years after Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This will introduce viewers to a whole new era in the time. Is this the same guy as last article? No, it's a different idiot. It's been teased as a standalone, but the teaser released at this year's celebration hinted ties to the Jedi, but it seems Kennedy has high hopes. Notice the stress going on to give creative freedom to directors and filmmakers. Lucasfilm has become well known for the behind the scenes drama. Yep, it's always drama over there. And she's just trying to sound nice before she leaves. Okay, then he just goes into his own personal opinion on the article that I'm sorry, on her comments that I just don't care about because he can't even write. So with that, what do you guys think about Kathleen Kennedy finally saying what has always been like, oh yeah, we could tell other stories? Like, no shit, Kathleen Kennedy, you just not realize this 15 years into the job? Come on, dude. But with that, I mean, are you excited to see Star Wars Starfighter? I kind of am. I want to see what Sean Levy does. Every movie I've seen of his, I actually have enjoyed, and it's been fun, and it's been family friendly as well. Aside from Deadpool and Wolverine, but if you got older kids and everything like that, it could still kind of be a family movie because you guys could just laugh together. So with that, let me know down below what do you think about Star Wars future from Kathleen Kennedy. Any Star Wars future that involves her, I'm just not sure about. So with that, let me know your thoughts down below. Okay, so Jurassic World and Jurassic World Dominion, the director is actually going to be doing a remake on a classic 80s sci-fi movie, The Flight of the Navigator. So let's go ahead and read this. Filmmaker Colin Trevorrow has steered the Jurassic World franchise in recent years, directing two of its past three films and executing and executive producing all three, along with corresponding Netflix animated shows. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, gosh, dang it. That changes with next month's Jurassic World Rebirth, which he is not involved in. Instead, Trevorrow has moved on to other projects, including co-writing and producing in the just-released Amazon original movie Deep Cover, starring Bryce Dallas Howard, Orlando Bloom, Nick Mohammed, Ian McShane, Sean Bean, and Patty Considine. I think that's how you say it. Sitting down with THR to promote that the project, he touched upon another project he was once linked to. Oh, okay. I thought he was actually going to do it. The remake of The Flight of the Navigator. Back in 2012, it came news that Trevorrow was set to take on a remake of the 1986 sci fi live action comedy feature film. That project never happened with no real news until 9 years later in 2021 when Bryce Dallas Howard was attacked to direct the reimagining. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. No new updates since then, but Trevorrow says he and Howard spoke regularly about the project while making Deep Cover and how it's been a challenge to crack it. Why don't they get with is the original director still alive? All the time. I saw every draft she's been working on and she's been looking to crack it. If you were born at a certain moment, it's one of those ones you have a fascination with. As a kid, the idea that all your friends and family have aged while you're still a kid is just the absolute worst nightmare. So, yes, we've definitely connected on it. It's pretty rare for directors to have other directors that they can communicate with and maybe even complain to sometimes. So, she's been wonderful in that way. Yeah, that is tough to make it like a family friendly movie, but I don't know. There's lots of movies that have done that. The original film followed a 12-year-old boy who was abducted by an alien spacecraft in 1978, reappears 8 years later, still the same age, with no memory of what happened. NASA scientists discover a connection between the boy and a downed spacecraft and try to exploit the boy, who ultimately escapes with the ship and attempts to reunite with his family. Trevorrow's 1980s set Area 51 conspiracy thriller is his next project, which will be a much more grounded and reality based approach to UFOs than many people likely expect. Much like a newspaper style film, blah, blah. It's going to be on the ground approach. Okay, so with this, what do you think? Have you seen Flight of the Navigator? I have. I saw it, I think, once, maybe twice when I was a kid. My mom showed it to me. It is a classic 80s movie. I completely forgot that Bryce Dallas Howard was actually tapped to do a remake of it, and apparently Colin Trevorrow was before he even did Jurassic World. Do you think they're having a tough time cracking it? Do you have any ideas of how they could crack it? I mean, I think they could. It sounds like not a difficult premise. I think it's more how to get the point across and like create emotion and also add your own influence to it is probably what's difficult. But with that, go ahead and let me know all your thoughts about that down below. All right, moving on. Fellow YouTuber Chris Stuckman has a horror movie coming out that he's been working on for about, I think, what, 3 years now, and so he's well known for his movie reviews, and he's always wanted to make a movie, and then he wrote a movie. This movie, Shelby Oaks, and he filmed it last year, and now we have a release date on it. So let's check this out. Neon picked up YouTube critic Chris Stuckman's debut horror movie Shelby Oaks, and IndieWire reports that the Weekend Film Festival will release in theaters on October 3rd, 2025. IndieWire's report also notes that Neon supplied Stuckman with additional funds to shoot new material after they picked up the movie last year, upping the film's gore and violence. So yes, this was, I believe, a crowdfunded movie. So a lot of people pitched in to help him support it. He obviously did his own money as well. But making a movie is no easy task. So, and Neon picked it up, and Neon actually gave him some money. So that's really cool too. That's support from both the studio and from obviously his audience, which good for everybody. The outlet details the new footage recontextualizes some of the original story, but the name of the game for Stuckman and Kuntz, is that how you say his name, was fleshing out the practical effects. Additionally, creature actor Derek Mears, famous for playing Jason Voorhees in the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot, joined the cast in an undisclosed role. Horror master Mike Flanagan recently came up on board the upcoming Shelby Oaks as an executive producer. Oh, cool. Flanagan, Trevor Macy, and Mike Nishioka, and or no, Mike Melinda. I'm gonna just say Melinda N of Intrepid Pictures joined the team as producers. Wow, he's got a lot of people on his back. Cool. The cast for Shelby Oaks includes Camille Sullivan from Hunter x Hunter, Brendan Sexton III, Don't Breathe 2, Michael Beach, If Beale Street Could Talk, Robin Bartlett, Shutter Island, Keith David, The Thing, Charlie Talbert, The Big Short, Emily Bennett, Alone with You, and Sarah Dern, Where the Crawdads Sing. Shot as a traditional feature, but with some elements of found footage, Shelby Oaks is a horror film about missing paranormal investigators, the dark legacy the paranormal paranoids, the dark legacy they uncovered, and the far-reaching effects of their investigation as Mia searches for her sister Riley, the lead paranormal investigator 12 years later. As Mia uncovers new and disturbing leads about Riley's disappearance, she uncovers evidence of a hidden supernatural evil dating all the way back to her and Riley's childhood. So it kind of sounds like a oh man, what's that? Oh, I can't think of that horror movie. I can't think of the one, but the one where they're in the woods and it's a found footage movie. It sounds similar to that, but with his own personal take on it. I think it's that one. That original one was it. What it's a what is it called? Why can I not think of it? Either way, that one was like all found footage, I believe, and this one sounds like it would be a mix, like an actual movie, and then just with found footage implemented into it. So it comes out this October. What do you think? Do you watch Chris Stuckman? I watch his reviews sometimes. Do you have you seen his stuff before? Are you excited for his movie? Did you support in the crowdfund thing? Go ahead and let me know all your thoughts about that down below. Okay, now we're going to be getting into James Gunn land. He's done with Superman. It's 100% locked, so now he's back yapping on social media. So let's see what he has to say to some rumors. James Gunn addresses DCU Batman casting rumors after recent Robert Pattinson comments. James Gunn shared a new update on the search for the next Batman after recently commenting on fans' campaign to see Robert Pattinson join the new DC universe. Pattinson will not be crossing over to the DCU Slater projects, which Gunn and the Batman Universe mastermind Matt Reeves have stated on multiple occasions. At this point, just do it, dude. Just do it. Batman 2 is not happening. That means the new actor would be cast as Bruce Wayne in Batman's announced Brave and the Bold movie. However, fans will have to wait a little bit longer to know who will be playing the DC's Dark Knight. Okay, so real quick, with this, James Gunn literally canceled Superman and Lois because he didn't want confusion of there being multiple Superman between the audience, even though one was going to be in theaters and one was going to be on television. Yet you're telling me he's going to have two theatrical released Batman movies a couple years within each other and two different people playing them, whether it's Elseworlds or not. It was Elseworlds when Superman and Lois was on TV, and you still canceled that. So is it just your ego that's in the way to where you can't have Superman on the TV screen while you're making one for the big screen? What's your deal? Because with that hypocrisy, that you should actually cancel the Batman or make Robert Pattinson's Batman into the DCU. So that is annoying, and I don't like that, but whatever. Somebody says, what about the people that are currently in the process of casting DCU Batman? It's complete BS too, right? James Gunn says, yep. I do think it's it's BS that the process of casting is happening. I think the Batman for DCU has already been casted. If it isn't Robert Pattinson, it has already been casted. And I think we'll see that in Superman. With a few concrete details on the upcoming DCU. Okay, so yeah. What it means that it doesn't matter what it means. It means that the Batman 2 still doesn't even have a script, and they either have casted or haven't even started looking at casting the next Batman for Brave and the Bold. They're trying to figure out if Batman 2 is going to be Brave and the Bold first, or if Matt Reeves is going to get off his ass, and hopefully everything's okay with him, but get off his ass and actually turn in a script for the Batman 2 and whether or not they like it. So that's what that means. James Gunn does a very good job at kind of at weaseling around things. But with that, let me know, what do you think about the DCU Batman casting rumors? Do you think Robert Pattinson's going to be in it? Do you want Robert Pattinson to be in it? And if it's not him, who would you like to see as Batman? Continuing on, James Gunn addresses Teen Titans casting rumors in first DCU update movie in 4 months. So let's go here. There are rumors on TikTok the Teen Titans movie will start casting this fall. When would be a good time to have reps submit me to casting? So this guy wants to be in it. And then James Gunn says that's complete BS. So there's no casting rumors at all, or any casting rumors you've seen, according to James Gunn right now, are fake. And the movie, it's not happening anytime soon. And I thought this was going to be an animated movie as well. But they got I know they have the dynamic duo movie. I believe that's these guys. Yeah, Damian and Nightwing. I believe that movie is casted because I saw some footage of it at CinemaCon, so I believe it is casted. But as far as the Teen Titans goes, who knows? Who would you like to see in Teen Titans roles? Let me know down below. And our final little James Gunn segment. James Gunn addresses faction of DC fans who want to restore the Snyderverse. So I get it. I'm a Snyder fan too. I don't like what they did. I think they should have just stuck out with the vision, because his vision at the end of Justice League, or at the end of the Justice League trilogy and Justice League 3, the idea he had was so cool. And it was going to take Superman into being that hopeful, optimistic one that's consistently hopeful and optimistic. He wanted to let this guy's story just go and show you got to go through hard times to get to good times. And I like that idea, but I also understand the movies weren't making as much money as Marvel movies at the time. I think if those movies were happening now with the way Marvel's happening now, oh man, Warner Brothers would not give up on the Snyderverse. They'd be like, this shit is freaking dope. But yeah, it wasn't, so we got a new overhaul. After being shown a DC fan pushing for a boycott of Superman, its director James Gunn responds to call for the Zack Snyder to resume control over the DCU. Okay, so with this guy's just kind of being an asshole, to be honest. This one guy, he's trying to boycott it. He's trying to fake buying tickets. He's trying to tell other people to not see it. Like, dude, if you don't want to see the movie, then just don't see it. Like, it's not that difficult. But over on Threads, somebody commented to James Gunn and was like, yo, this guy's saying all this stuff to post spoilers everywhere, leak bad reviews, reserve tickets without completing the purchase. And James Gunn responded, I think we'll survive. I'm not sure the 8 people that listen to that guy, I'm going to assume it's a guy, are not going to impact the course of events. So they're good for him. He's basically saying, yeah, fuck you, buddy. I don't care. So with that, go ahead and let me know down below. Are you that asshole? Like, if you are, come on, dude, just don't go see the movie. Why trying to ruin other people's joy that are excited for it? I'm one of those that was real up and down on the movie, and I was very vocal about that, but I still had hope for it. This last trailer that we released, I thought was really cool. I think there's a lot of fun stuff in it, and I'm actually now more excited for it than I ever have been in the last 2-3 years. So with that, let me know all your thoughts about it down below. Okay, Amazon is the new movie studio that is committing to theatrical releases, and it plans for a $1 billion 2026 film slate release. So let's read this article. Amazon MGM Distribution has announced they are fully committed to major theatrical plans for with $1 billion in film slates in 2026. George Wilkinson, International TV Distribution Manager, Amazon MGM Studios Distribution, appeared at the ongoing NEM Market and conference in Dubrovnik earlier this week and spoke to Amazon's ambitions film plans for next year. Coming up in 2026, we'll be releasing 20 movies, 10 of which will be theatrical. For the budget for that whole slate in 2026 will be $1 billion, and we'll be committing a P&A spend of $1 billion to that. I don't know what that means. What does that? Oh, here we go. What does that mean? It means we're heavily invested in theatrical. It also means that our partners in this room will be distributing that content to them. We're not holding any content back from the market from that slate. Oh, sorry, I got a scratchy throat today, guys. Amazon MGM's current 2025 slate includes films like Another Simple Favor, A Working Man, and The Accountant 2. That didn't get released in theaters, along with upcoming titles like Heads of State, The Pickup, and After the Hunt. Films announced for 2026 so far include high-profile Masters of the Universe adaptation, along with Ryan Gosling-led Project Hail Mary, the Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo's Crime 101. Oh, I thought that was this year. Dang it. The Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson-led Mercy, the Anne Hathaway and Josh Hartnett romance thriller Verity, and the animated mystery comedy Three Bags Full. I thought all of that was this year. That sucks. Because I was looking for. Well, I knew Project Hail Mary was next year, but excuse me. I thought Crime 101 and Mercy were this year. So I mean that sucks. I gotta wait another year. Amazon is spending much bigger on its TV series. Wilkinson reminded the audience the streamer is spending around $60 million an episode on Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power, which has a third season on the way. Andrew Richardson, daughter of the bride, has scored a regular role, while Zubin Varla from Andor and Adam Young from Don't Breathe 2 are set recurring roles, run reports. Okay, so with that, what do you think? I will tell you guys at CinemaCon, we saw we saw a behind the scenes thing of He-Man. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I think it looks kind of cool. We saw they had a huge, like, 15-20 minute presentation on Project Hail Mary. They showed us the trailer for Crime 101. That movie looks awesome. They gave us like a synopsis, and Chris Pratt came out and like acted as if he was in the movie for Mercy, and I vaguely remember the romance thriller Verity, but all of it looked pretty good. So I'm excited for all these movies. Go ahead and let me know. Did you see any kind of footage or anything like that, or any synopsis or anything for those movies that Amazon plans on releasing next year? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a great year for Amazon Studios. Go ahead and let me know what you think about all that down below. Alrighty. So this past weekend, How to Train Your Dragon live action came out, and it made $84 million US and opened to 198 million globally. The live action adaptation of the 2010 animated film is firing on all cylinders, while Celine Song's specialty romance drama Materialist opened in third place. Yeah, the movie sucked. Borrowing a page from Disney's playbook and paying off big time at Universal for the box office, where live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon opened to a series best at 83.7 million domestically and 197.8 million globally, according to Sunday estimates. That includes a huge international haul of $114.1 million from 81 markets. Yeah, I was shocked to see how much more it was at the international level than domestic. The second paragraph didn't really matter. The movie boasts one of the top 10 starts of all time for live action reimagining, including the seventh biggest at the worldwide box office, the eighth biggest domestically, and the sixth biggest internationally, where it began playing in previews last weekend in 51 markets. Those grosses have folded into the official blah, blah, blah. Okay. Other stats. In North America, How to Train Your Dragon boasts the eighth best opening of all time for Father's Day weekend and the fourth biggest opening of the year to date. Some rivals show the film coming closer to 86 million domestically. Final grosses will be released Monday morning. So let's see. Let's actually look that up real quick. final grosses How to Train Your Dragon live action. Okay, let's see. So all are so 8 hour ago. Okay, 8 hours ago. Let's see what this says. 197.8. And then what was the last article? I think it was 189. 198. Oh, okay. So all right. So still the official numbers have not come out yet. So but with that stupid ads, dude, what is this? Whatever. So with that, what did you guys see How to Train Your Dragon? I did. I liked it. I thought it was good. I really don't plan on seeing it again. I have no reason to go see it again, but it was good. I will give it that. And did you see it? Have you seen the other ones? Are you excited? How to Train Your Dragon 2 is actually officially happening. They announced this back in March at CinemaCon. And so are you excited to see a live action adaptation of the second one? Let me know all your thoughts about it down below. And let me get these stupid ads out of here. Okay, and so for the final thing that I wanted to do today, I wanted to go ahead and react to a brand new trailer of The Naked Gun. This movie looks really funny. Pause. Thank you. No, pause. Stupid thing, I swear. This movie does look hilarious. They showed us an extended footage, it's like 6-7 minutes at CinemaCon, and it looks funny. So let's go ahead and react to this new trailer. I believe it comes out August 1st. So let's see what it's all about.
Thanks. Once
It's
you
a
kill a
coffin.
man for revenge, there's no going back. A voice in your head saying over and over, "That was awesome."
He pulled his hands off.
Who are you?
Drebin. Detective Frank Drebin. Thanks.
Police Squad has always been the elite of the elite.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
This is in the other trailer.
And you, Frank, are the best of the best.
Need a bathroom. I need this room immediately.
There's a line, man.
Police business. Oh, I'm gonna ruin another suit.
Over here, Lieutenant. I think someone murdered my brother.
Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I'll find them. This is what I do. Says you served 20 years for man's laughter.
You mean manslaughter?
Must have been quite the joke.
They're going to shut down Police Squad if you do not solve this case. Do this by the book.
Show a little respect.
Why? Who's gonna arrest me? Other cops?
Yes.
Is she serious?
Is he serious?
No.
Seems Mr. Drebin might be more of a problem than we thought. I want you to keep an eye on him.
This oven is disgusting.
Oh, no, not Bruce Buffer.
Rest assured, I won't stop until I've found justice.
What do you want, little one?
Your ass. Nobody messes with Police Squad.
We've upgraded your car with the most advanced crime-fighting tech.
Drive forward 30 feet.
Oh, no.
Very smooth.
Oh, shit.
This place is falling apart.
All right, man. I think that looks pretty funny. Oh, let me turn this off.
Co-pilot. I bet my daughter an ice cream to this.
Oh, okay. Yep. Quiet there. All right. Sorry about that. So yeah, that was it for today. That was our little weekend wrap up. Go ahead and let me know what you thought about everything down below. And what did you think about that Naked Gun trailer? Oh man, I thought it was pretty funny. So with that, I will be back tomorrow with more news. I'll try to be back earlier. I tried to go for like 11:30 today, but I got zero sleep at my job last night. So I did 2 back-to-back all-nighters. So that was tough. As you could tell, my wording is off. I can feel myself getting sick. So I'm going to try to just rest up and get better and come back strong tomorrow. With that, like I said, please let me know everything down below. what you thought about today's show. Tell me your likes, your dislikes on the articles and based off the show itself. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.